report a prosecutor consistent with the due process of law. We don't apologize for that. So the government must be careful about hiring. When you try to create the impression that for one to protest will constitute lawlessness, protest is an inalienable right in the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia that is guaranteed by law. It is a right given to every Liberian citizen and should be exercised within the confines of the rule of law. Reverend Coleman is too small to attempt to forestall or prevent the exercise of the rights and the responsibility of Liberian citizens. Protest is a right. And any police director that will try to prevent Liberians from exercising fundamental rights will not last long as police director. We will ensure that you are moved. Mr. Cuomo must not attempt to do what his predecessors tried and failed. Every Liberian citizen has a right to the exercise of basic rights, which includes the right to protest. It is a right guaranteed under the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. Cuomo is a baby to attempt to forestall that right. You can't do it. And you must be very careful. Because Cuomo is paid by my taxes. He's paid by taxpayers' money. He works for me and works for other bank riders. You cannot suppress bank riders and will not be challenged. We will challenge you in line with the rule of law. So, we are not eager for protest. That is why since Spain was announced, we've never announced a protest before. Because protest, in our view, is a last resort. But if others will want to utilize that from day one, it's also a right. So fear of protest must not lead this police director to attempt to trample underfoot the rights of Liberians. He will not succeed. And those triggers in Liberian civil society or civil rights movement have been here 20 years ago. I was jailed by Madam Sally more than 14 times. I don't kowtow. I don't kiss the Tower of Babel or the Golden Calf. And we are supported and guided by men of valor, men of mind, people that have been targeted that will not betray the struggle. So let you not think that we fear guns. One man was in the start with Mowas and one thing, we did not run away. So Cuomo cannot chase us with M16. Are you hearing? We will always be peaceful, even in the face of aggression, even in the face of death. We will not be violent, but we will not subject ourselves to fear, because we are exercising fundamental rights. That is why today, when we schedule our meeting with bike riders, the keke riders, and as God will have it, I come early for the meeting, and while keke riders in their thousands were making our way to the premises here, sales premises in Congo Town, I was surprised to see the police, the LNP, led by Reverend Cuomo himself, at head of them, right before Stan's office, attempting to unleash violence against the gathering of peaceful bike and keke riders. Had the keke riders, the bike riders, not very peaceful, we are in chaos and bloodbath for this, because the police had their arms all the drawn as if they were in battle zone. That was unfortunate. Thank God the bike riders, but we're moving a caution that they should back up and come to the premises, listening to us. Thank you for listening to us today. Give us a round of applause. Thank you. And so, allow When I heard less than 30 minutes after the encounter here that the police has extended the no-go zone 3 months into the future, they didn't do it because they wanted to. They did it because of the peer pressure of the solidarity and trust from New Day stand. But guess what? Extension is not what you need. You need a complete abolition of no-go zone. To institute no-go zone against peaceful Liberians that are simply trying to make win to the bread for their families is unconstitutional. The Liberian Constitution provides free movement of all Liberians to and fro, north, south, east, and west. For one to prevent motorbike and keke riders from entering a particular place called no-go zone is unconstitutional, is illegal, and will be challenged. It will be challenged in the court of law. It will be challenged on the street through peaceful protest when it comes to that. Same will stand by you to do that. It is unconstitutional. The argument that some black brothers are violent, they are lawless. So hence, their lawlessness creates the basis for a no-go zone is flawed and baseless. We concede that there are few black riders that may have been involved in arbitrary action or even criminal action. The police has a mandate. The police is paid by us to ensure that those criminals are apprehended and prosecuted in line with the rule of law. If a bike rider breaks the law, arrest that bike rider. But you cannot impose collective punishment on all for the crimes of the minority. That is unacceptable. It is the police responsibility, and we support this, that they put in place a just system that bike riders will be submitted to. You cannot impose one rule for bike riders, another rule for taxi drivers. Taxi drivers are no better than bike riders or ticket riders. They are the same human beings. The same rule that applies to bike riders must also apply to taxi drivers or to those of us that got jeeps. Just because I have jeep or have a luxury car does not mean I got more or I got better character than those around motorbike. There are some people driving in that big cars that are more of a criminal than those driving on motorbikes. They are here. Some are war criminals too. So you cannot craft a set of rules that is good for one and bad for the other. No. There must be a just system that applies across the board to everybody. So it is the police responsibility to ensure a system that is just and equitable is put in place that guides or governs the activities of bike riders, keke riders, even private car owners. There are some of us that will see the red route in traffic and will take the opposite lane. Police is standing there, allow you to pass before you ride in a luxury car. How do you call that? It's also wrong. Such practices are as much a problem to the system as bike riders and keke riders may be those that break the law. So while we commend the police for extending the no-go zone to 3 months, but it don't need to be extended. It needs to be abolished completely. And stand with you until the police abolishes this arbitrary, illegal, and unlawful action of government. Mr. Walker must be careful. And we caution him to be cautious. The arbitrariness of the life of Gabriel Coleman will put him in trouble. President Boyke needs to exercise caution and be aware that Liberia has transitioned. The days of general justice have passed. You cannot be a police director and be using your muscle to govern people other than or rather than the rule of law. The police is supposed to institutionalize the rule of law. Law and order must be restored and must be kept within the context of the rule of law, not outside the rule of law. And from our attempts to go outside the rule of law, we'll bring it back to it. We'll bring it right back to it. He's not above the law. He's a servant of the people. He's a servant. So just because you are huge and having muscle, does not mean that you will violate the rights of other people and go scot-free. Instead, we oppose it. Instead, we oppose it within the confines of the rule of law. So we just sort of made that clear, and we want to use this occasion to admonish backgrounders to always be within the confines of the rule of law. Don't break the law. While we advocate for you, it is also your responsibility to point out individuals or to weed out individuals that may want to tarnish the good name of the thousands of bike riders. Because they say, one rotten apple spoils the bunch. So those that are giving you bad names, make sure that your system will bring them to justice by turning them over to the police to be prosecuted when they do something punishable that will tarnish the good image of most of you that are simply looking for daily bread for your family. Most of you are responsible people. You're not hooligans. Most of you are even in school, in universities. A few may even have degrees. So don't allow bandit policing to tarnish your reputation because of the negative behavior of a few persons in your midst. So make sure they are weeded out and turned over to the police for prosecution. With that said, I'd like to use